Hi guys, my name's Sierra and today I'm going to be doing my mental illness read-along wrap-up. So this last week I participated in a mental illness read-along from the 16th to the 22nd. It was hosted by Read Like Lika, and the point was to read books during the entire week that focused on mental illness, to try to clear up some stigmas that surround mental illness. So I ended up reading 2.5 books, and I will go into detail about what they are and how I felt about them. So the first book that I read for the read along is Willow by Julia Hoban, and this is about a girl who starts self-harming after she gets into a car accident while driving her parents home one night, and both of her parents are killed, and she has to go live with her brother, and she feels really guilty about it, so she starts self-harming. And I moderately like this book. I gave it 3 stars on Goodreads. I didn't really like how the self-harm was portrayed. It did a good job on portraying the guilt that she dealt with, but it didn't do a good job on her healing process, because basically she meets a boy and he falls in love with her, and then she doesn't need to cut herself anymore. So I felt like this was kind of romanticizing self-harm in a way that definitely should not be done. So I did have a problem with that, but the actual depiction of the thoughts that Willow had while she was cutting herself and her reasoning behind it was very good. I didn't like the ending of it. The next book I read is called Club Meds by Catherine Hall Page. It was super short. I read it in a day. I also gave this 3 stars on Goodreads, but I really did like it. It's about a boy named Jack and his 2 friends, Sam and Mary. And Jack and Mary both have ADHD and have to take medication for it. And Sam has epilepsy, which he also has to take medication for. So they all line up during lunch to go to the nurse to get their medication, and they call themselves Club Meds because it's all these kids who have to go to get medication for their different. They have to go and get their medication for whatever they need it for. And a bully in the school figures out that Jack is on Ritalin, and he basically corners him and tells him that he's going to beat him up very, very badly if he doesn't give him a cut of his Ritalin each month. So, because he wants to sell it to other kids so they can get high at parties and stuff. So it's about Jack and his group of friends trying to come up with a good solution on how to deal with this problem. It does a great job with portraying ADHD and really getting inside of Jack's head and how he's thinking when he's not on his medication. And I did really like this book, but I think I just gave it 3 stars because it is made for a younger audience. So I think if I read this while I was in high school, I would have given it 4 or 5 because I did really like it. And the last book that I started, which I only got about halfway through, is Sybil by Flora Retta Schreiber. And I'm taking a while with this book because I really, really want to get a good feel for it, because it is about a true story of a woman named Sybil Dorset who had the first really big case of multiple personality disorder in the, I believe, 50s and 60s, but she dealt with it all the way from childhood. And she had up to 16 different personalities, and it goes in depth into how each personality functioned and how they all talked to her psychiatrist at the time. And because this is a very big case in psychology, and it's referenced a lot when specifically talking about multiple personality disorders, I really do want to take my time reading it so I can really absorb the information, because it is so good and so informative. And if you are a fan at all of psychology or psychological developments, you really need to read this book because it is so, so good, and I highly recommend it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to give it 5 stars once I'm done because I'm only a little less than halfway through, and I absolutely love it. It's one of my all-time favorite books so far. That was my wrap-up for #mentalog. I hope you liked it. I hope you had fun if you participated, and hopefully Liko will host another one sometime in the future so we can do this again, because there are so many other books out there that deal with mental illness that I feel like people should read, and this is a good opportunity. So hopefully we get to do this again. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe and leave a comment down below if you read any of these books, or tell me what you read for the mental illness read-along, because I really like to know. If I might not know about a book that you read, and I might really, really enjoy it. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!